Hi everyone, today I've got a specific video on an eyeshadow palette. I've not done one of these before, but I've been getting really into eyeshadow palettes recently, and this one I'm going to talk about, which you'll know from the title anyway, is one that's been on my radar but not really so much that I really wanted to buy it until recently. Make Me Up Missa, somebody who uses it a lot. I've mentioned her before and I've really been enjoying her videos and I really trust her recommendations. So she used this one for a Valentine's look as well, and I just thought it looked really cool, and actually for the price it's pretty reasonable. So the palette I'm talking about is the bPerfect Carnival 3 palette by Stacey Marie. So this one is obviously the third version, but I didn't even really know about the first two, but this is the one that appealed to me the most. So this is the outer packaging. I believe Stacey Marie, well, it says she's a makeup artist, so I can only presume that she is, but the colours are just so gorgeous in here, really vibrant and bright. I'm going to be doing a first impressions, although I have swatched some. As you can see, I just couldn't help myself, but I've not played with them, put them on my eyes, so that's what I'll be doing today. So there are neutral tones you can see in the browns here and these warmer colours, so you can definitely make a neutral look, but this is definitely a colourful palette. I really am drawn to these pinks and purples over here, but the whole thing looks really, really nice. It comes with a really big mirror as well, so that's quite good. You can use that as your mirror. On the back it's got all the names here. It has got the names on the palette anyway, but it's quite interesting because it says down here for face, body and eyes, and it lists all the shades, and then just for face and body, meaning don't use them on your eyes, so like Sundown, Bloom, Coral. So basically a lot of the ones with the stars are ones you're not really supposed to use on your eyes because they'll stain, but I'm going to use them on my eyes because that's what I bought it for. I've watched a few tutorials using this palette, and I think I do want to attempt a rainbow look. I've never done one before, it might be a disaster, but I've got the palette. I want to use as many colours as I can, so that's what I'm going to do. I am going to prime my eyes because I want to avoid staining as much as possible, so if I have a layer in between I feel like it's going to help. So I'm going to use my e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. This is in the shade Cream. This one is quite similar in shade to Soft Ochre by MAC. Now I'm going to take it further up because I'm going to have to go quite high because of my hooded eyes. I do find that the e.l.f. Putty Primer is a little bit dry, but it's still fine. It does the job, but it's not as creamy as the MAC ones in my opinion. I don't normally do this, but I actually am going to set this primer as well with the e.l.f. Sheer Tint finishing powder. So just to give it a really nice smooth base because the primer is a little bit dry, as I said. So I just want to make it nice and an even canvas. I've also stuck on some shadow shields because I'm not sure if there's going to be fallout for this palette, but if there is, it's going to be pretty vibrant. So I'm not sure where I got these from, but it's the first time I've used them and they're actually very sticky. So I hope they come off okay, but they feel very glued to my face. But okay, let's get started with the rainbow look. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm actually going to do. I'm just going to play around and see what happens. I'm going to start with the shade Yellow here, which is spelled Yell-O, and this one is definitely more of an orangey based yellow, and I'm going to put that in the inner corner. I'm going to have to keep my head tilted quite a bit so that I can see how far up I need to go so that it can be seen my eyes, but I'm just going to start to place that here. Yellows can definitely be tricky, but this is looking quite vibrant. And I'm just going to do the other eye as I go because I might forget what I put on otherwise. So not being too neat with this just now, just placing the colour and yeah, seeing what happens. So next, on the same brush, I'm going to go into the shade Mango. Because I'm going to be blending them together, it doesn't matter that they're on the same brush because it's such a similar colour. On a different brush, I'm going to take the shade Tahiti. I'm not actually bringing it onto my lid because I'm going to be doing a cut crease. On the same brush, I'm going to go into the shade Pink Lily. These are the ones that are supposed to stain, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. I feel like the purple's not as vibrant, like they don't look as vibrant as they could be, so I might need to go back and build them up a wee bit, but I'm actually glad I've got the shadow shields on because as you can see the pinks are causing a little bit of fallout. And then I'm going to go into the shade Coral. Ooh, look at that on the brush. And I'm obviously just overlapping these just to enable the colours. See, that's not coming up as vibrant as it looks like it would. Maybe if I stamp it. They're definitely vibrant colours though. I just feel like yeah, I don't know. They're definitely there, but I just thought they'd be even more vibrant in first application. I'm just going to take a clean fluffy brush and blend the edges. I'm just going to take a clean, slightly denser brush and redo the yellow because I feel like that has got lost with the orange because they're so similar. Because like I say, this yellow is actually quite orange based. I'm going to cut the crease with the Revolution Pro Ultimate Coverage Crease Proof Concealer because I think this will be quite good because it's slightly tacky and the e.l.f. Putty one is a little bit dry, as I said. So again, I'm going to put this on. I feel like this might even be a little bit too tacky. It was very sticky when I was putting it on, so I think I might set this down as well with some powder. I take the shade Twilight on the first inner third of my lid. Ooh, that is not wanting to stick to this base. I think though that might be my fault. I think this base is too sticky. Okay. In that case, I'm going to switch to a flat brush and just really try and pack it on. I honestly feel like this is the base and not the shadow. So let me try my finger. Yeah, because you can see from patting that on, it's definitely got pigment. I just think the base is too tacky that it's taken it away again, which is okay. As you can see, I managed to get the pigment on. It's a little bit patchy, but again, I don't think that's the fault of the eyeshadow. It's too late now to take this off, so I'm just going to keep going. But I'm going to take the shade Blackberry on the outer third to deepen up the outer edges. I didn't put so much of the concealer over there, so that's probably going to be better. Oh yeah. Finger, I'm going to take Blue Moon, which is this beautiful holographic purpley blue shade. Put that in the middle. Just try and diffuse it between the colours. Okay, so this is how it's looking so far. I have to say my skills are not the best, so you know, it might be that it needs blended a little bit more. I do find that the colours are building up quite nicely. As I said, it's probably the base I used, which is a little bit too tacky, which isn't making them grip as well, but they are. I built them up twice and actually they are gripping quite nicely. I'm going to apply the 3D Foaming lashes in the style Molly. These are from Shop Miss A and use their black glue. Okay, so I've applied those lashes and I put a little bit of the Shop Miss A Skinny Lash mascara thing just to blend my lashes together. And then I'm going to move on to the lower lash line now. Okay, so what I did for lower lash line was I took Reef, which was this one, in the inner third, put the deep on the outer half, and then kind of mix it together with key lime underneath and blended it out. Okay, so I went in and just finished off the eyes. I put the AOA mascara on the bottom lashes, the NYX eyeliner in the waterline in mint cream, but actually mixed with the eyeshadow in my waterline. It made it quite an ombre effect, which is quite cool. I just put on some eyeliner, and then in the inner corner I put some rose pink, which is that one there. As you can see, I have got very hooded eyes so that you can't really see the colours on the lid at all. That's why I've had to go higher up in the crease, like I was saying. But if you see when I close my eyes, hopefully there is a really nice effect. So I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup. I did have a little bit of tinted moisturiser and lip product on at the beginning, but I'll be back and I'll show you the finished results. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I didn't bother putting on foundation. Like I normally would with a look like this to make it more full coverage, but I didn't want to put more makeup on top of it into moisturiser. So anyway, I'm not even like concealed or anything apart from under my eyes. But this is the finished look. I do think it's turned out quite nicely actually. Some of the shades I thought would be more vibrant and pigmented when I put them on initially, as I said, but you can easily build them up, and actually there wasn't too much fallout, which is pretty good as well. The shimmers are beautiful and overall I'm quite pleased with it. It's also not going to be one I'm reaching for on a daily basis because I wouldn't use all these colours all the time, but definitely one to have in the collection and just really play with colour and just see what looks you can come up with. But I'll list everything else that I've put on my face down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've got the palette or if you're going to buy it and what other looks you've done with it. I'd love to see them. So thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!